Hello, this is Damon, FM12 Nerd, doing a Swansea City Season 2, Series 1, or Episode 1, on Swansea on Football Manager 12. So you might have seen me stream and all this. I'll put a link below if you want to see me stream. I do this live. So what we're going to do today is go through the transfers of what I've been through, and then go on to the tactics and tell you my tactics. Then we'll go on to the results of my games from the first 2 months, and then we'll move on to the league table. So let's get started. Let's do out first. Out, Eric Torres. I brought in season 1, and he did absolutely rubbish, but it's supposed to be a good youngster for the future. So the stream advised me to get him, but I thought it was rubbish. So I sold him for 4.4 mil to Man City. Joyce Quest went on a free transfer. Ferry Bildy went to Blackpool. Sam Evans went on a free transfer. Gerhard Tremel went to HSV, 625k. Gary Monk went to Reading, 300k, and Darnell Situ went for a free transfer. So they're the outs of Swansea City. The ins is Robert Snodgrass. I brought Robert Snodgrass because he came in for Sigurdsson because his loan ended, and I didn't think that I thought that I would have to pay too much for Sigurdsson, so I didn't end up buying him. And I bought Robert Keane. He's the star striker at the moment for us. He's doing so well. I'm glad I bought him. I bought him because even though he had 68 goals last season, we still scored 68, but it was mostly Sinclair and Dye that was mostly putting them in, and Danny Graham and Torres was doing really rubbish. And then I've got David Wheater for Kaluka because his loan finished, so I thought I'd get a better person. So we'll just look at them now as we do. We look forward. Snodgrass, we play him in a central attacking midfield. He's got the attributes. He's on a 7.16 average rating, which is really good for the start of the season. 14 dribbling, 15 stamina, 15 work rate. And he's done really good with free kicks, corners and dribbling, which I'm happy about, so I'm glad I bought him. He was a good buy. So now we'll move on to Robbie Keane, the star striker at the moment. Even though he's only got 14 finishing and 14 composure, the first touch and the work rate and the balance got me to buy him because I needed a striker. This could improve, but I don't think it will because of his age at the moment. We play him in striker by himself. So now we move on to David Wheater. I got him because I needed a centre back. I didn't want to play Tate because he's usually a right back, but we play him in centre back, and I got him because of this: 19 jumping, 19 bravery, 16 heading and 16 work rate. So that's him, and he's got an average of 6.89, which I think is good for the Premier League at the moment. So now we're going to move on to our tactics. So what I do is I put Robbie Keane, Dyer and Sinclair in attack, and then Snodgrass supports them three, and then Liam Britton comes back and Alan supports him, and then we got Taylor at these four, which I would really have Ashley Williams there, but he's injured at the moment. I think it's 3 to 4 months, so it's quite bad, but we're doing good at the moment. We've got a good line of defence, and then Vorm obviously is the goalkeeper. So our subs are Leroy Lita, Best One, Donnelly, Routledge, Gower, Graham, Dobby. I might have to sell a few people like Lita, Routledge, Gower and Dobby because they want to go because they're not in their first team. So now we'll move on to the fixtures. So we had a pretty good season at the moment. We won Chelsea 3-1 at home. I was like, yes! I beat a top team for the first time in FML because I've only just started to play it. Only had 7 shots for our target. I would like to improve the shots on target, but we took our chance as well. Liverpool didn't, obviously, with the 6 shots on target, but I was very happy with this result. Probably the best result of the season so far. So now we move on to Bolton away. I thought, yes, we got a good chance to beat Chelsea. We have a good chance, but Bolton was favourites. So I thought, right, we got to go in this with a bit of a fight because we're away. So we had same shots on target. But like I say, shots on target I would like to improve. 54% possession. 46% for Bolton. I think, yeah, it was a good result. Good result. Now I move on to Sheffield United. So, Sinclair, these were the only 2 players that I actually played in my first team for this match. All the rest were reserves, except for Vaughan. We absolutely dominated possession. Shots on targets could improve again. I'm going to say this nearly every time now, but shots on target could actually improve. They only had 5 shots, 0. So it's not really. We absolutely dominated. There's not much to talk about in this game, except for we won. It was an easy tie. So we got Man City at home next. So what happened is, well, we had a few chances. Yaya Torre scored first. It was a good goal, got to admit. Nathan Dyer scored in the 37th minute. They obviously had the chances. We took one of our chances of our 2, which I'm pleased about. We took our chances. 52% possession, 5-8 to Man City. And it was a good result. I thought it was a good result against Man City. Very good result. Thought, yeah, a good improvement there. And then we'll move on to West Ham, the team that came up. They had 4 signings in here. They had John Arisa, Moses, Evans, and Arabai. They was pretty good. Nathan Dice got 2, which is good. He's doing alright. And Papa Loop scored. And they scored in the 89th minute. We had 18 shots. I thought we could have scored more. Even though the shots on target was very good. 51% possession, not bad at all. But I would like to have won that match. So now we'll move on to Newcastle. Thought we had a good chance with favourites at home. Newcastle was playing bad. Thought, yep, 11 shots. There's 14, I'll take it with that. I won't take that, I would like to have more shots on target again. But you see, everyone can't score, can they? 49%, 51. Not bad, to be honest, and 3 yellow cards. Yeah, it was a good match overall. I enjoy playing Newcastle, but it was a bit of a boring affair. Joe Allen in the 23rd and Robbie Keane in the 35th. So next I played Blackburn. This is the problem that I got. We got absolutely this was the team that got relegated. Now they're in the Championship. Swansea didn't have enough shot. We didn't take our chances. We got most of possession, but I made a big mistake. Because if you see there's Ashley Williams injured. I had made 3 subs at half time because we was drawing 0-0. So I thought, I'd go out on the full, go on, boost it, and then try and score a goal. But no, he got injured, so I had to play with 10 men. And then Roshana, that's his name, scored 2, and then Danny Graham. But we could have won. Danny Graham missed 2 absolute sitters. And then the final game of this episode is Swansea versus Reading. I thought we had